Oh, all right. Good afternoon once again, or good evening, or good evening. Yeah, good evening, or good afternoon, anytime. I'm doing it in the afternoon, so when you'll be seeing it will be at night or in evening in Nigeria or anywhere. All right, so welcome back to this wonderful YouTube channel. Um, as you all know, I'm Akinola Tate by name. All right, so firstly, we have to pray, Father Lord, I worship King of Kings. I say thank you. I worship you for what you did last week. I worship you for growth. I worship you for everything you've done for my life. I put my week into your hands, Lord. Father, bless it, Lord. Bless it, Lord. I pray whatever action I am doing here, Father, let it be productive in Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord. I worship you. Amen. All right, so welcome back, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, whatever the time it is by your place. All right, so now welcome back to this YouTube channel. So today, last week we did market insights because that was the first video we ever do. Now this is the second one. So today we'll be doing market review and market insights. All right, so what happened last week? I'll tell you what happened in my trade last week. By the special grace of God, last week I missed two trades. It's painful, but we have to move on due to technical reasons. Um, which was GG and EJ, the EJ and the GJO sell. Then I took one GU sell, one GU one GU sell and end up in stop loss. Then I took one GA sell, which I actually proposed and I gave the analysis last week and it was in profit. Let me show you guys because I do most of my record both online and offline. So So I manage a small account at the moment. So this was my trade. This was profit what's it called? This deduction. That was last week, $70. So this was the GA that ended in profit, which was this. It was a 200 pips trade. Then this was the stop loss for GU sell. So now let's go back to our week. So let's start with GJ. So on GJ, what happened last week was immediately you can see here my analysis. So that was for last week. What happened last week? Let me delete this. So let me delete this line too. You can see this play out. So let's delete this. So what happened last week was that immediately, we saw price was here. This was last week. So price was here. Immediately markets opened. So market pushed up into this area, giving a gap. Let's go on 4 hour. You see what I'm talking about. All right, so this movement was on Monday morning. Let me delete this. This movement, this gap, was on Monday morning. So what happened? Price, naturally, whenever price creates this kind of gap, for those that are doing institution trading, they call it fair value gap. So price will always find a way to fill that gap up. So what the price? The price pushed down a little, then what? Push up back. This was where price was. That was last weekend. So you can see this is Friday. So this was Friday. This was the ending candle. So when price opened, this was the gap we saw. So price pushed down, then pushed back up. So on getting here, I saw this movement. Saw this movement. So when I saw this movement, I was online when markets show this candlestick pattern. This candlestick pattern coming. Let me look for it. So this three candlestick pattern, they call it morning and evening star. I don't really cram the name. So I know when I see this kind of candlestick pattern at the top, it means that is when you have a full bullish candle, a indecisive candle, which is like a doji, and a full bearish candle. So I expect price to push down. Now immediately I saw this, price was at this resistance. So when I saw this, I knew okay, fine, this is a good candlestick pattern. So I was waiting for a reversal on the 1 hour for my entry to be complete. So what the price did? Price did this, boom, boom, boom. then give us this bullish candlestick, a Ngozi candlestick. I love a Ngozi candlestick. If I was online, I was offline then, so I could not take this trade. If I was online, I would have actually entered here. Some people will say I'm entering slow or I'm entering low. I'm so sorry. Forex taught me to be conservative. So I will have put my stop loss 50 pips above where my position is, 50 pips. Then I will have write this man down to this point. So that's about 225 pips. This was the trade. And same thing on EJ. Same thing on EJ. Because whatever price is doing on GJ, price will always do the same thing on EJ. So let me delete all this. Before I then give insight today. So you can see this was the gap. This was last week. This was the gap created on a Monday morning, on Sunday, sorry. Monday morning, I saw that this gap. So what did you see? Price pushed back. Yeah. So what did I do? I did what we call a Fibonacci. I use Fibonacci a lot. So on EG, I did Fibonacci from here to this point. So on the 4 hour, that is price is actually on my golden level, which is in between this 0.76 and 0.618. So what the price? The same candlestick on the GJ. That was what price did. So what did I do? So on the 1 hour, I was supposed to wait for what's it called? So on the 1 hour, you can see they almost look like each other. On 1 hour, so I would have entered here. I missed it due to technical reasons. I missed $100. It's so painful. 50 pips. That's how I do my stop. You write it down. This one was here. So I would have gotten $52. Why the other one would have been $48? It's my gain. So I've been 200 pips. This one is 287. My other one is 200 and what's it called? 222. 5. So altogether we have gotten 500 pips. But to God be the glory, GA played out for me. You remember what I told you guys on GA? Look at it. That was what I said. Look at it. The line is so you can see. So it's played out. So what did I do? On 4 hours, on GA, I saw this movement. So when I saw that price was just pushing, chopping down, so I believe price will move. So on this place, I entered here. I entered here around this area. My stop loss was around 50 pips to down to this area. So I got 200 pips, around 200 pips above. So that was end for what's it called? The what I took. So on my GU, I did a great mistake by not following my rule. I'm coming back for this. Do I really remember where I entered? I do not really remember where I entered for my GU. I entered the sale and I entered early without, I entered somewhere around here. Yeah, I entered somewhere around, on 4 hours will tell me better. Yes, I entered here. I entered here. I entered too early. I entered here. Stop loss was around here. That GU was just a 1:2 trade. 1:2, yeah, 1:2 something. So it was a loss. No, let me go back. It was a loss. Why? I was judging with my 1 hour candlestick. I didn't look for a 4 hours candlestick. I think did I jot it down? Did I jot the reason? Because I do my what's it called? Good. So what I said was the problem that I did was that I didn't follow my plan. I didn't wait for 4 hour candlestick pattern. I didn't read my trading plan, so I lost that trade, and that was the first trade of the week. So, so it means you can still lose one trade, and one trade will still recover and push you back in. Actually, win. Let me show you again, because if you look at it, this was a loss $9 because I was risking. I'm managing a 1K account. I risked 1%. So this was $9, and I risked $9 for I think 20 something dollar at that time. So then I took this when this was lost. This was the reset of the account. So then I took this, risking $10 again, which is 1% of my 1K. So I had this wonderful win. So it's wonderful. So now let's move to what we have today. Let's start from GG and the rest. So as we all know, for those that have been following me here on this channel, you will have noticed that I love GJ and GEJ. I don't know, I just love them. They just fit my personality. All right, so now when we see something like this, now if we look at this on the daily time frame, this is what higher low. This is equal high. Then what happened? This was still what higher low. Then price did and what a lower high, which is lower than this. They now broke this. They now market or structure have actually what changed. So we are now in the bearish structure is confirmed. Some people might call this M. Some people might call this M pattern. So what did you see? Market did this. So what did you expect? We expect market to complete this leg. So meaning I'm still on the bearish chapter. So in that kind of a case, what do I expect on EJ? EJ might take a long time for it to play out. So what I'm expecting is we have been something like this, maybe a push down, push back up, can still move this way, no, can move down like this, or price do this. What's wrong with this man? Or price do this for me, they will continue downside. Let me then will continue down to 183. So this might take about 1 to 2 weeks or more. So whatever you may remember, I'm actually a reactant. So in this kind of a case, I might still take a buy trade. So you can see on 4 hours. So what did you see? You can see that price broke the previous resistance. Price broke this. So confirming that we are going down. So this is pushing at the moment. So I might wait for price to push up. I might wait for price. I'll definitely wait. I'm waiting. I don't know. I love to wait. So I will wait for price. Price is still pushing down. I will wait for price to still reverse. So I might be looking on the 4 hour. I'll be looking for structure to build so we can buy into this zone. Because for every gap that is created, it must be filled. So I'm waiting for price to fill up this zone. And price might still be moving down. Price has no expectance for anybody, just like I've always said. So price might choose to wake up as it comes, move down. Does not care about anybody. So we don't care. So for what I'm saying is that I still expect price to come and fill this gap. So matter what, I might be taking a buy trend this week. I react to whatever price is doing. But before I would take a buy trade, I must have seen a wonderful daily pattern and a wonderful 4 hour structure during the day. Like when I say price failing to break below a structure created, then I will enter for a long into this zone. Then we then wait for this movement pattern. So whatever price wants to do, I react to it. So let's move to EJ quickly. Just like I said, GJ and EJ, they are just like twins. So whatever GJ does, EJ will do. That's what I still observe for now. See when things change. So you can see this is actually resistance. So price might actually do this. Price might do this, or do this, or do this. So whatever price is doing will react, just like I've said on GJ. So let's see on what 4 hours. Let me see what price is doing. So there is no structure bit. So this is trying to break. So let's see if it is breaking and then come back to filling this gap. Anyway, so let's move away from EJ. Then with EJ. So for DXY, NLP did something wonderful to me last week. It was so funny. Though I don't really trade. Because I don't trade, so I don't do anything. It's none of my business. I just trade pattern I see that is making sense to me. Remember, in trading, you keep it simple and stupid to yourself. So whatever is simple is easy for you. So no, let me go back. This man get out of it. So let's move to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what are we seeing? Let me reset this. So we can see that this structure, this was the previous resistance. Yeah, it has not been broken. Has not been broken. So what do you see? So this is my price is still indecisive to me. Though I'm seeing something on GU. But if you look at it from this perspective, let me show you something. What did you notice? Price wick into this what? This wonderful golden zone of the Fibonacci. So I expect dollar. So dollar might actually be what? Be weak. So you can see, then push it down. So price might actually push. But if you look at it on the 4 hour here, price is still moving. This is not broken. So this might still push up into this zone back. So we might see something like this, as we have it like this, like this, like this, like this, into this zone before we then move down. Remember, price does not care about anybody, and price might still move this way. No, and no. So it does not care about anybody. So we have to react. We don't need to know what price wants to do next, but we have to just follow structure. The most important thing is structure. The structure. So let's move down to GU. Let me see. Before I then talk about GU, the wonderful pair that I think I'll actually be trading next week. Now, if you look at this GU here, this was what I saw. What's it called? NFP was so funny. I didn't trade it because it's not part of my trading stuff. So NFP price was here. This was NFP move. This boom. So I have, if you look at it, let me remove this Fibonacci on the daily. So we can have, let's keep this Fibonacci left on the daily. So now if you look at it on this daily, what did you see? You can see that, sorry. Sorry. So you look at it on the daily, you can see that price tap into this what golden level. And on that same tap, you can see what the price for. This is called a double top. And when you see a double top or a M formation, what do you expect? So I expect GU to move downward on this big time frame. So look at this, look at this. Then so we're expecting something like this. I'm trying to avoid this parafocal. So we are looking at something like this before then this, then before then this, before then this. All right, so let's move down to, let me keep this Fibonacci on the daily. Let's move to 4 hour. So on the 4 hour time frame, it's also funny. That day on Friday, which was yesterday, yeah. So sorry, me, I don't care about what day it is. I want us to wake up and do whatever I'm supposed to do. So I had this Fibonacci, yeah. So if you go on my Instagram, you will see something like this because I posted this market insight. Said I'm expecting price before markets close. I'm expecting price to do something, which was this. This man, get out of it. Which was this. After that time that I did the analysis, this was where price was. And we were expecting NFP. We were expecting NFP. So this was where price was around that time. So I saw price here, here. And it is not my trading plan to actually, what's it called, enter a buy. I'll have entered a buy here. So on here, I followed one analysis that one big forex trader said, stock.b on Instagram on a podcast. She said the fundamental news always follow the technicals. So I was expecting this. Price was here. So on 15 minutes time frame, I don't trade on 15 minutes time frame. On 15 minutes time frame, I saw I did this that day. I did this. I was here. This was the candlestick. Yeah. See? This was NFP. So it was here. Yeah. So it was here. So I saw this before this movement. So I did this. This was just my analysis. I didn't take the trade. The reason why I didn't take it is because I don't trade NFP. I don't trade it. So buy into this. Then in less than 1 minute, what did NFP did? NFP came down a little to this bottom, then push up to, then immediately bounce off, like bounce back. So if I had, and what I was expecting was that I would take a GU sell if I can see price move into this area, then come back. And I don't do what's it called? I don't use market limit. I don't use orders. So I would have entered here, but it is not part of my plan. So I just let it slide. So, and this was a way. I cannot be risking 60 pips for the trade. And I knew it was already afternoon in Nigerian time. So I cannot take the trade again. You know what's wrong with my network? So if you look at it here, this was 60 pips. So I cannot take this trade again. So I just let this slide. And moreover, I don't risk 60 pips, I risk 50 pips. So I was expecting market to do this, jump into this risk, but NFP just weak, tap into it, then push down immediately. Very beautiful. It was a wonderful week for me. I love it. And can begin to see growth in what I do. So what do I expect on GU? So I expect GU to continue this move downward. So I might actually just wait for just a slight movement. That is, GU might move this way, break this structure to show that we are already moving back. Then give me a Fibonacci entry. Then I will ride down either here, either here, here, or here, or here, as I like. So whatever I decide, then we shall see. So I'm actually looking at a wonderful sell opportunity on GU. Wonderful sell opportunity on GU. So let's move to GU, which is the last pair for Forex, before I then do another video for crypto market movement. So GU, for GA did wonderful, just like I said. I just don't know. I'm beginning to fall in love with this page. So I've been watching GA now for more than 3-4 weeks. So this was all my eye, this consolidation. So it's break. I was expecting our GA will break and do this, then we'll ride up. But GA pushed up, then so I was expecting this break. When I began to see this movement, this shopping movement, so I knew this movement will actually move down. So I just entered. Then it was wonderful. I write down to this around this point. Around this point. So not even this, it was around this point. So I played the market. So what do I expect on GA? This is still what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting a move, maybe a push down. That's maybe, but I'm expecting majorly a push back up to this point. So now before we enter this pair, what do I have to wait for? I will wait for a bullish candlestick pattern on the daily, then go back on the 4 hours for a reversal. I'm giving you my trading plan for free. After that, I will then go on the 1 hour for a reversal for my wonderful entry. Then I enter, then I ride up to Paola. So thank you so much for having me. We see you next week again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Lord. I appreciate you all for your time. God bless you. I pray it is a wonderful, a profitable week for us in the Forex market. Thank you so much. Bye for now.